A second, I was like, uh-oh. Hope we're not going to be out here.
Hello everybody and welcome to yoga. I'm Laurie. Steve could not be here tonight, but he will be back on Friday. So as we begin, just get into a comfortable position. So that could be seated, maybe cross-legged, you could be lying down. If you like, you can close your eyes or just lower your gaze and soften it. And just start to notice your breathing. And start to take some deeper inhales and longer exhales. And maybe take a moment to set an intention, something you would like to focus on during the class. And as I start our music, come to all fours with your wrists below your shoulders, your knees below your hips. As you exhale, round your back, tucking your chin. As you inhale, lift your heart looking up. And move back and forth with your breath in your own time. No rush, as slowly or quickly as you wish. And throughout the practice, take care that you don't do anything that does not feel good to you. If you're experiencing pain, please stop and do something more comfortable. And I will try to give you options throughout the class because everybody is different. And on your next exhale, send your hips toward your heels, your knees spread apart, your forehead going toward the mat. If you like, you can cross your arms and rest your forehead on them. And then slowly come back up to all fours and raise your right arm and your left leg. And then place them down and move toward the left arm and the right leg, moving back and forth with your breath at your own pace. And next time you have your right arm and left leg extended, maybe reach your right arm behind and grab your left ankle or foot. If you can't quite make it, it's fine. And then lower your hand and knee and raise your left arm and your right leg and reach around behind and grab your right foot. And then coming back to all fours, we're moving to a downward facing dog. So the fingers are spread wide, palms planted firmly into the mat. Lift your hips up and back. And slowly walk toward the front of the mat into a forward fold. And slowly roll up and lifting your arms overhead. And exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale your hands up and grab your left wrist with your right hand and bend gently toward the right. Come back to center with your hands at your heart. Inhale your hands back up. Grabbing your right wrist with your left hand, gently bend toward the left. And coming back to center with your hands at your heart. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, fold forward. And move into downward facing dog. And lower your knees to the mat. And step your right foot forward into a low lunge. And you can either keep your hands here, but don't let your knee go beyond your ankle. Or you can raise your hands. And now lower your hands and step your right foot back and your left foot forward. Maybe sink your hips a little bit forward, feeling that stretch in them. Either keeping your hands here or inhale them up. And exhale, lower your hands and pull your left foot back and back to downward facing dog. Pressing the mat down and away. And step your right foot forward and come up into a higher lunge. And then lower your hands behind your back with your fingers clasped like this, if that's accessible to you. And inhale the hands up. Bring your left foot up to meet the right. Lower your hands to your heart. Take a moment to come to a grounded feeling on all four corners of your feet, finding your balance and your center. And step your right foot back into a high lunge on this side. Inhale the arms up. If you like, you can clasp your hands behind you again. Now release the hands and step your right foot up. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold forward and back to downward facing dog. And down to your hands and knees. Now we're going to a modified side plank. So stay on your right knee and your right hand, moving your left leg out behind you. And inhale your left arm up. And now bring that hand down and we're coming to the side plank on our left knee. So the right leg is behind you, raising your right arm. And now lower your hand. And once again, go to child's pose. So the toes are together, knees are apart, hands are either in front or stacked on top of each other. Coming back up to all fours and to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. The left heel is down for warrior two. So the body is facing the left side. The right knee is bent but not going beyond the ankle. Raise your arms parallel to the earth and shift your gaze over your right middle finger. Now lower your right forearm onto your right knee or thigh and raise your left arm up alongside over your ear. And now come back up and sweep your right arm toward the wall behind you for a reverse warrior. Now bringing your right hand down, bring your left foot forward, hands at your heart. And now step your right foot back for warrior two on this side. So the left knee is bent, body is facing the right, raising your arms parallel to the earth. Gaze over your left middle finger, relaxing your shoulders. Now lower your left forearm onto your left thigh, sweeping your right arm alongside your ear into a side angle. Now sweep your right hand to the back of your right leg and sweep your left arm overhead for a reverse warrior. And bringing your arm down, step your right foot forward to meet the left, hands at your heart. Now we're going to a tree pose. So we'll start on our right leg and bend your left knee, turning your foot out. And you can either stay like this, you can go to the wall, use it for support, or you can move your left foot up a little higher or even higher. But wherever you are, find your balance. Fix your gaze on a still spot in the room to help you stay balanced. And either keep your hands at your heart or inhale them up into whatever position you choose. Could be a cactus, pine tree, oak, whatever you're feeling. Lower your hands and your left leg and kind of shake your legs out a little bit. Do a little hokey pokey. And now shifting your balance onto your left leg, grounding that foot into the ground. Turn your right knee out and either stay here or again at the wall or lift your foot a little bit. However high you go is up to you. And either keep your hands here or raise them. And lower your hands and put your foot back down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Step back to downward facing dog and down to your knees and sweep your legs around. Come to a cross-legged position. Just take a moment just to kind of get re-grounded here. Coming back to your breath. Notice if you're holding any tension in your body that you might be able to release. Your face muscles, your shoulders, wherever that may be. And place your left hand on the floor and sweep your right arm overhead. So you're in a gentle side bend toward the left. And then coming back up to center. We're going to do a gentle twist toward the left, so put your right hand outside your left knee, sweeping your left hand behind you. With an extended spine, not slumped over. And then coming back to center, place your right hand on the floor and sweep your left arm over toward the right. And then coming back to center, put your left hand on the outside of your right knee or thigh and sweep your right arm behind with a gentle twist toward the right. And now coming back to center, switch your legs so the opposite leg is on top or in front of the other one. And interlace your fingers and extend them forward, keeping the shoulders down. Now inhale your arms up, pressing the palms toward the ceiling. Now lower your hands and straighten your left leg and bend your right foot. So bend your right knee so your foot is on the mat. And then move your knee toward the floor and face your left leg with your body and gently fold forward. It doesn't matter how far you go. You don't want to hunch your back or round it. Just keep it long. You can rest your hands on the mat, your leg, your toes. Keeping that spine long. You may want to start practicing your 4-1-4-1 breathing. Inhale for 4 counts at your own pace. Hold your breath for 1 count, and then exhale for 4 counts. And then have 1 second pause in between and do it again. And you may find that this helps you to relax and keep your focus on your practice and your breathing. Inhale your way back up. And now straighten your right leg with the toes pointed toward the ceiling. Bend your left knee so the left foot is on the mat. And then lower your left leg toward the floor. And you're facing your right leg and gently fold forward, keeping the spine long. And slowly inhale your way back up and join the soles of your feet. You may want to hold your feet with your hands and gently fold forward. Maybe pull your feet a little bit in closer toward your hips. And then slowly make your way back up and straighten both of your legs so the toes are pointed up, sitting up straight. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, resting your hand on your shins, your mat, again your toes. Keeping the spine long, relaxing the shoulders. And then inhaling your way back up, cross your legs, and placing your hands on the mat behind you. Gently arch your back, lifting your heart. And then inhaling back up, put both of your feet on the mat with your knees bent, wrapping your right arm around your knees. Reach behind you with your left arm, placing it on the mat so we're twisting to the left. Coming back to center. Wrap your left arm around your knees, reaching behind you with your right arm and twisting toward the right. And now coming back to center. Now we're going to do our legs up the wall pose. So if you're here in the physical classroom, you can take your mat to one of the posts, keeping your social distance, and place your mat against a column, and then scoot up to the column as far as you can go and raise your legs up against the column. And since I don't have a column or a wall, I'm going to use a chair. And if you're at home or even here, you can grab a chair and do this as well. It's a little bit more of a gentle inversion. So I'm just putting my legs up my chair, and then to open up my chest even farther, I'm going to put my arms in a cactus or goalpost shape on the floor, but you could also have your hands on the floor beside you, or on your belly, on your heart, whatever feels right to you. There's no correct answer, it's just whatever feels good to you. If you like, you can close your eyes. If not, you can look at the ceiling or lower your gaze. Now wherever your legs are, take them down and move back onto your mat. Again, lying down. Your knees can be bent, your feet on the mat. Stretch your arms out so your palms are facing the ceiling, and tip your legs over toward the left, keeping your right shoulder on the floor to protect your back. If that's too much of a twist and not a good idea for you and your body, You can bring your legs back up a little bit. Now inhale your legs back up, and with your hands on your shins, slowly rock back and forth from side to side. Then coming back to center, lower your feet back onto the mat and tip your legs toward the right with your arms again outstretched, palms facing the ceiling, left shoulder remaining on the floor along with your right shoulder. Slowly bring your legs back up to center with your hands lightly on your knees. Make circles to the right. And then to the left. And then we're moving into Happy Baby. So you can either grab the back of your thighs with your hands and stay like this, or maybe grab the outer blades of your feet and rock from side to side. Then coming back to center, straighten your right leg and then your left and get into your comfortable position for your Shavasana. So whatever is most comfortable to you. If you're at home, you may want to grab a blanket and cover up, put a pillow under your head, and either close your eyes or soften and lower your gaze. Inviting your breath deep into your body. Releasing any tension that may be remaining in your body. Taking some time just to be here, to be yourself. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, but just to be grateful that you're you. As you're ready to re-engage with the room around you, take a few last deep breaths here before we transition back to sitting up and taking your own time and in your own way. Bring some gentle movement back into your body, maybe rolling your wrists, your ankles, wiggle your toes. Maybe take a big stretch with your arms overhead. Or maybe you're like me and you just want to put off the inevitable as long as possible and just lie there. But as you feel ready, gently make your way over onto your right side and rest there for a moment. And then slowly make your way back up to the position that you began with. And again, either your eyes closed or your gaze softened in whatever way relaxes you. And with your hands at your heart, thank you all so much for your time, your energy, your effort, your patience, and for just being you and for being here today. Steve will be back on Friday, and I'm honored to have been here with you today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.